How to become rich. It cannot be denied that all of us want to be rich. We want a large house, a luxury car, a high income, and savings that may reach millions of dollars. Most people desire these things because they believe that the richer they become, the safer and more comfortable their lives will be. So the question is, how do we do it? How can we become rich? A philosopher named Epictetus offered an interesting perspective on wealth. According to him, there are two ways to become rich. The first way is by adding. The second way is by reducing. What does that mean? Let's explore both. The first way, become rich by adding. The first way to become rich is by adding. What exactly should we add? Of course, we can add more money, a bigger house, a better car, a newer phone, and other possessions. In other words, we increase what we own. But there is something even more important that we should add. We should add businesses, skills, relationships, knowledge, and the value we can provide to other people. At its core, money is a consequence. Money flows toward those who create value. The bigger the problems you can solve, the greater the rewards you are likely to receive. However, becoming rich through addition has a weakness. As our income increases, our desires often increase as well. When we were younger, we wanted a motorcycle. After getting a motorcycle, we wanted a car. After getting a car, we wanted a more expensive car. After buying a house, we wanted a bigger house. This cycle can continue forever. As a result, even though our wealth grows, the feeling of enough never arrives. We become like someone running on a treadmill, constantly moving, yet never reaching the destination. The second way, become rich by reducing. This is where Epictetus offers his second approach. Become rich by reducing. What should we reduce? Not our income. We reduce our unnecessary desires. We reduce the endless wants that keep expanding. We reduce the lifestyle expectations that grow without limits. Epictetus argued that a rich person is not someone who has a lot, but someone who needs very little. Imagine two people. The first person earns $10,000 per month, but feels poor because his lifestyle costs $12,000 per month. He lives in a large house with expensive mortgage payments, owns multiple cars with monthly installments, frequently dines at luxury restaurants, and constantly feels pressured to keep up with the lifestyle of those around him. Despite his high income, he reaches the end of every month stressed, with little money left and sometimes even additional debt. The second person earns only $1,000 per month. He lives in a modest but comfortable home, drives a practical vehicle, rarely buys things just because they are fashionable, and focuses on what truly matters to him. His monthly expenses are only about $500, allowing him to save and invest the rest. Now imagine both people lose their jobs for 3 months. The first person may panic immediately because his lifestyle is expensive and difficult to maintain. The second person, however, may remain relatively calm because his savings and lower expenses give him time and flexibility to find a solution. So who is richer? If wealth is measured only by income, the first person is obviously richer. But if wealth is measured by freedom, peace of mind, and the ability to live without constant financial pressure, the second person may actually be much wealthier. Because often, what makes people poor is not a lack of income, but the size of the needs and desires they create for themselves. The real secret. There are two paths to wealth. The first path is to increase what you have. The second path is to decrease what you need. Wise people usually do both. They work hard to increase their value, improve their skills, grow their income, and build their assets. At the same time, they are careful not to let their desires grow faster than their wealth, because in the end, being rich is not only about how much money enters your bank account, it is also about how little you need in order to feel that you already have enough.